Buenos dias. In today's video, we're going to talk about a very useful verb in Spanish, which is the verb tener. It means to have. In English, with the verb to have, when we use it in a sentence, we don't say the words to have. For example, we don't say, I to have a sister, or my cousin to have a dog. We say, I have a sister, and my cousin has a dog. And so it has two different forms in English, have and has, depending on who we're talking about. The same thing happens in Spanish, except in Spanish, instead of two forms, there are 6 different forms. Tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenés, and tienen. And which one we use depends on who we're talking about. So here's our full chart with the pronouns included, and we're going to go through each one by one to talk about how they're used. We're going to start with the singular forms, the ones that are talking about only one person, and those are the ones that are on the left side of the chart. Yo tengo means I have. Yo tengo. Tú tienes means you have. Tú tienes. And since Spanish has more than one way to say you, this is the to form, which tells us that it's singular. We're talking about one person. And it's informal. We'll use it when we're talking about people that we call by their first names, such as friends, classmates, and younger children. Tú tienes. Usted tiene also means you have. Usted tiene. And the usted form of you is also singular, talking about one person, but we use it when we're talking in more formal situations, such as with people we call by their last names, with strangers that we don't know, with bosses or other people that we want to show more respect to, and with older people. Usted tiene. Él tiene means he has. Él tiene. Ella tiene means she has. Ella tiene. And those are all the singular forms. Yo tengo, tú tienes, usted tiene, él tiene, ella tiene. Now we'll look at the right side of the chart, which has the plural forms. Nosotros tenemos means we have. Nosotros tenemos. And we use the word nosotros if we're talking about a group of men or a group that includes both men and women. Nosotros tenemos. If everyone in the group is a woman, we say nosotras tenemos, for we have. Nosotras tenemos. Next we have vosotros tenéis. You guys have, you all have. Vosotros tenéis. This is the masculine form again, which we use when the group is a group of guys or a group that includes girls and guys together. It is an informal form, so we use it when we're talking to people we call by their first name or young children, or good friends and classmates. And it's also regional. It's mainly only used in Spain. Outside of Spain, you won't often hear vosotros tenéis. Vosotras tenéis means you girls have, or all of you girls have. It's used only when speaking to a group of women. It is an informal form, meaning we use it if we call them by their first names and we know them pretty well, or they're younger people. And it's regional, meaning it's mainly used in Spain. Ustedes tienen also means you guys have, or you girls have, or all of you have. This is similar to the vosotros forms, but it's used everywhere instead of just in Spain. And it doesn't make a difference between if the people in the group are women or men. It's ustedes for either one. It also makes no distinction between whether it's familiar, formal, or informal. So it doesn't matter how well we know the person or if we call them by their first or last name, we still use ustedes. Ustedes tienen. You guys have, or you girls have, or all of you have. Ellos tienen. They have. Ellos tienen. This is the masculine form, so we use it when the group is a group of men, or if it's a group of men and women together. Ellos tienen. Ellas tienen. This also means they have, and we use this one when it's a group of women in which there are no men. Ellas tienen. They have. So now we're going to look at some sentences that use different forms of the verb tener as examples. Yo tengo dos primos. I have two cousins. Yo tengo dos primos. Mis primos tienen un perro. My cousins have a dog. Mis primos tienen un perro. Ellos tienen una casa grande. They have a large house. Ellos tienen una casa grande. La casa tiene una piscina. The house has a pool. La casa tiene una piscina. We also use the verb tener when you're talking about how old someone is or asking them how old they are. In English, we use are for that, which is a form of the verb to be. But in Spanish, we use a form of the verb tener. So to ask how old are you, we say, ¿Cuántos años tienes? Literally, you're asking how many years do you have? And that's how you ask how old someone is in Spanish. ¿Cuántos años tienes? To answer, you can say, Yo tengo 17 años. I am 17 years old. Literally, that means I have 17 years. Yo tengo 17 años. We also use the verb tener to talk about something we have to do. In that case, we use a form of the verb tener and then we add the word que. Yo tengo que ir a casa. I have to go home. Yo tengo que ir a casa. Mi primo tiene que hacer la tarea. My cousin has to do homework. Mi primo tiene que hacer la tarea. And that's all for this video. Hasta la próxima.